Welcome to Daily Rates Live with the Mortgage Calculator. Today we're going to be going over some live mortgage rates and then we're going to be talking about HELOANs. So yesterday our deep dive topic was HELOCs, home equity lines of credit. Today we're going to be talking about HELOANs, which are essentially a closed-end second mortgage. So Jose will do a deep dive into that here in a little bit, but we'll wait a couple minutes to get started here. Just give us a minute to go live on all the different platforms. We appreciate everybody tuning in nice and early. Feel free to drop a comment there in the chat as you tune in. We have the chat pulled up on the screen there. So go ahead and drop a comment as you tune in. You can also drop any questions that you have in the chat as we go through the presentation here today. Remember, we do this 11 a.m. Eastern every weekday where we go through the live rates. So be sure to tune in every day. All right. So it looks like we're live on all the different platforms. We'll go ahead and get started. We'll take the chat off the screen for now. Keep dropping comments there in the chat. Drop any questions that you have. But we'll go ahead and get it started here. We'll take the chat off the screen for now. So welcome everyone. My name is Kyle Hershey. I'm the COO of the Mortgage Calculator, joined here by our president, Nick Hershey, and our sales manager, Jose Gonzalez. We are a correspondent lender. We specialize in non-QM loans. And what we do every morning on the show is go through some live mortgage rates, and then we do a deep dive into a different topic. Today's topic is going to be HELOANs. Yesterday's topic was HELOCs. Today is going to be HELOANs. So our sales manager, Jose Gonzalez, with 28 years of experience, is going to take us through a detailed deep dive into HELOANs. But before we do that, we'll do what we do every morning, which is pull up the live actual mortgage rates for today and go through them here. So Nick, if you're ready, let's go ahead and pull up our pricing tool and see what the rates are looking like this morning.
All right. Let me switch my screen and we will check it out. So as Kyle mentioned, this is our pricing tool. This will show us the general rates and the APR for today. It is December 12th, just after 11 a.m. Eastern. All our general programs are live with new rates for today. If you'd like a full breakdown, a full loan estimate of all the fees that go into the APR, please get with one of our team members. We have over 400 licensed loan officers in 24 states. For the demos, as we do every day, we'll set up the same scenario to compare across programs. We'll set up a $400,000 loan amount. We'll set the LTV to 80% loan, 20% down payment, typical request. We're going to have the computer search for the lowest rates we can offer for conforming conventional, and then we'll check out FHA, which is usually the next best option for most borrowers, and then we'll go into expanded guidelines, also known as NonQM, where we have over 5,000 additional programs most banks or lenders do not have. We also have VA and USDA. VA is only for eligible vets and active service members. If you are, just let us know. We'll quote it, no problem. And same thing with USDA. That's only for eligible properties. If you do happen to be looking for one of those, just let us know, and we can quote that, no problem. We'll start today with the conforming conventional example. We'll do a purchase, 30-year fixed loan, primary occupancy, single-family home, 1 unit, state of Florida, county of Miami-Dade. And for all the demos, we use an estimated credit score of 760. And an estimated debt-to-income ratio here of 40. So with these basic settings, let's check out the rates this morning. Looks like it went up a touch yesterday throughout the day. Best option this morning, 6.499, 2.5 discount points in cost. Plus the final APR, 6.799, just a touch more than it was yesterday and the day before. But definitely much lower than it was over the last few weeks. So all our customers out there, take a look, and we will continue to update as the rates go up and down here. Hopefully, with the announcement that's coming tomorrow with the Fed, that's what is going to affect rates greatly. So we'll definitely see some action tomorrow. Now, if our customer doesn't qualify for a conventional example, typically the next option we want to propose is an FHA example. So everything else will stay exactly the same. However, this time we'll choose FHA, which allows more leniency on credit issues, as well as a much higher debt-to-income ratio. However, we'll keep everything the same here, so we can compare apples to apples on the programs. So best option for FHA, looks like it ticked up just a touch as well, 5.75 rate, 2.375 discount points in cost. puts the final APR at 6.687, just a touch lower than the conventional option there. So our customers that qualify for both, definitely don't overlook FHA. It's typically a touch cheaper, especially in this example. So definitely don't overlook that. And our customers that must use FHA, this final APR does include the upfront and yearly mortgage insurance that's required. So definitely a good deal for our customers that need a little bit of flexibility there. Now, where we love to specialize is if unfortunately our customer doesn't qualify for FHA or conventional. Many other banks or lenders will have to deny that customer, but that's where we love to present our expanded guideline options, where we have over 5,000 additional loan programs beyond the standard conventional FHA, VA, and USDA, where we can use alternative income. So when we select this option, everything else will stay the same. However, now we get a new box here for income, where we can change the income type. So if our customer doesn't qualify with 2 years of tax returns, which is full doc, which is what we use for conventional and FHA, that's typically why we would choose NonQM to take advantage of one of these alternatives. We have asset-related programs, business bank statement programs. The investor programs are just for investment properties. We'll show those in a minute. Personal bank statement 12-month is what we use for the demo. That's the most popular. We also have RSU, stated income programs, VOE programs, 1099 programs, P&L programs, and no income CDFI programs. Check out all of our past episodes on all those different types. For the live demo, we always do 12-month personal bank statement, which is our most popular loan for our self-employed borrowers. Many times our self-employed borrowers, when they submit 2 years of tax returns, may have various write-offs and may not quite qualify with the income they need to get that home they really want. We will solve that problem, no tax returns at all, just 12 bank statements here for the income, and determine a debt-to-income ratio, in this example, of 40%, with no tax returns at all, just cash in the bank. So many of our self-employed borrowers qualify for double or more income using this method, and can therefore get that home they really want. So let's check out the NonQM bank statement options today. All right, looks like it went down a touch. So again, NonQM, not related to conventional, right? Which is interesting. 7.625 rate, 2.375 discount points in cost, puts the final APR 8.053, which is a touch lower than it was the last few days, but still a little bit higher than conventional, but because we're using bank statement income here. So tons of different options here. Our customers that need to use it, very affordable. It's about 1 point higher, you see here, in cost, and there's a ton of flexibility. And if we scroll down, there's hundreds of variations here. Some at these higher rates and costs may allow bankruptcies, foreclosures, other credit issues, and may use slightly different methods to calculate the bank statement income. So please get with our team, find which of these hundreds of variations will work best for your scenario. And for our final demos, we always want to do some investment property pricing. We love to work with investors, first-time investors, seasoned investors. We definitely want to present all the options here. So we'll set up the same scenario, 400,000 loan amount, 80% loan to value, 20% down payment. And we will find the lowest rate for our conforming conventional investment properties, and we'll compare that to our non-QM investment property examples. Remember, government programs do not work for investments, so no FHA, no VA, and no USDA to propose here. So we'll start with conforming conventional. Everything's going to stay the same as our other demos. The only thing we're changing here is occupancy to investment. So let's see the adjustments here for investment properties. Best option for conventional here at the top, 7.124 rate, 3.25 discount points in cost, puts the final APR at 7.521. So definitely some good options. That was getting a little crazy there with rates going crazy. Now conventional programs are definitely more reasonable here and a good comparison option. But most of our customers, we would love to have them look at the conventional option and compare that to the non-QM. So for the final demo, our specialty here is our investment property non-QM programs. So when we select expanded guidelines, first we must select the income type, which our most popular program for this and our most popular loan by far is our DSCR program, because it doesn't require any income or employment or documentation on that from our borrower. Simply use the estimated rental income from the appraisal to determine a DSCR value. The estimated rental income can cover the PITIA, the expenses of the property, aka the property will cash flow. That's a ratio of 1.0 or higher. If the property doesn't quite cash flow monthly, that's a ratio under 1. We still have options for that. For the demo, we always use 1.5, which is the highest value, so we can see all the options pop up. And finally, a prepayment penalty is standard on these programs. We will select 3 years for the demo. There are options for no prepayment that will cost more and limit the programs that show up. There are also options for 5 years, which will again save our borrower some money, but limit what shows up. 3 years is standard. That's what we always use for the demo here. So let's check the DSCR rates this morning. Smoking. 7.375 rate. 3.375 discount points at cost, puts a final APR 7.903. So just a touch higher than conventional. I'd say 99% of investors would take a DSCR loan when it's just a, 0.4 higher approximately in cost. For a ton more flexibility, you can do 1, 2, 5, 10 DSCR loans at a time. No income needed, no employment needed. A lot of flexibility for investors to cash out multiple properties, purchase multiple properties, and a lot less paperwork and time. So tons of different options here. If you scroll down, a ton of these options may allow flexibility. Some at higher rates and costs may allow us to use short-term rental income, very popular request. Some at higher rates and costs may allow bankruptcies, foreclosures, other types of issues. And some of these at higher rates and costs may allow unique properties as well. So tons of flexibility here. Please get with our team to find the best ones. And let me switch my screen again here, and we will get into today's topic. So today we're going to be talking about HELOANs, so second mortgage loans, which is different than yesterday's topic, which was our HELOCs, which was our home equity lines of credit. So definitely both products are very popular these days. Slight variation, definitely. This is, I would say, probably the more favorable option with the fixed rate second mortgages, which are somewhat of a new product, but definitely many times favorable to a HELOC. So yesterday we talked about the HELOCs, which are traditional and have been around a long time. Today we're going to be talking about something that's a little more unique, hasn't been as popular, but is definitely a very viable product right now, especially for our investors out there. So Jose, if you're ready with your examples, let's go ahead and check it out.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us for Daily Rates Live with the Mortgage Calculator. So yesterday we did HELOCs, right, which is an open-ended mortgage, variable rates, pay on what you owe. Rates are a little bit higher and also harder to plan, and not as investor friendly or as alt doc friendly as the HELOAN. Hold up a second. Let me try to close one screen here. See if I can speed up a little bit my internet. So today we're doing HELOANs, right? HELOAN is a closed-end second mortgage. And we do the main benefit of the HELOAN, besides being a lower interest rate, is that we do have alternative doc options, especially for investors, right? The HELOC is very much more limited in that respect. So HELOANs are definitely picking up a lot of momentum, especially if you have a borrower that does not want to deal with the volatility of a HELOC, wants to be able to plan, and is not planning necessarily on getting on an accelerated payment plan, which would be the main benefit of a HELOC. Is that, for example, you could pay every 2 weeks with the with the HELOC, and pay the loan off quicker, pay a lot less interest, and that would be a totally different situation. You all have heard about that benefit with the HELOCs, but with the HELOAN, again, DSCR is an option, P&L, profit and loss, is an option for income, bank statement is an option as well. Very investor friendly. So let's get into our options here. Our first one is for a full doc primary, 90% cash out, which is another difference. HELOANs only go maximum 90%. HELOC, you have 95, and in some cases you can even do 97 because conventional does allow that. So in our first option here, we have 12.25% is our lowest cost option. It actually has a little bit of a lender credit, and you can buy that down all the way to 11%. So this is full doc, 90%, 1-unit property. Now we have our primary bank statement. The other was a primary full doc. This is our primary bank statement option. Max LTV on this is 85%. So you do note 12.875 is our lowest cost option with a little bit of a lender credit there. And you can buy that down all the way to 11.375%. And our profit and loss option, another max 85% again. And our lowest cost option, not a very deep rate sheet on this one. Lowest cost option is 14.25, and you can only buy that down to 14%. But again, this is a profit and loss report option. And now for our investment options, we have full doc cash out, 80%, and we have great rate, 11% is at par. And since we are at 80%, look at the rate. You can buy that down to 9.625%. Wow, that's unheard of. And our bank statement option, again, an 80% option here for our investors, right? 13% is almost at par. And you can buy that down to 12.125%. And for the grand finale here, this is the one that really excites our investors, the DSCR HELOAN cash out. Mind you, LTV is capped at 65%, so you do have to settle a little bit there. But for the investor who purchased that property a couple years ago, financed it at a real low rate, and now has built up some good equity, they may be in an equity position to benefit from the DSCR HELOAN so that you can help them buy some additional investment properties, and they can keep riding the wave of investor success. So 13.375 is your lowest cost option, and you can buy that down all the way to 11.75%.
All right. That last one is a mind blower, right? The
Yes, sir.
DSCR second mortgage there. All right. I don't see any questions here. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Great topic for today. Great topic for yesterday, too. If you didn't catch that one on HELOCs, definitely make sure you go to our YouTube page and watch that one, the HELOC and HELOAN, kind of, the two parts there. So check that out as well. But remember, we do this show 11 a.m. Eastern every weekday where we go through the live mortgage rates and do a deep dive into a different topic. So we'll have a different topic for you all tomorrow. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Jose. We'll see everyone tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern, for the next episode of Daily Rates Live with the Mortgage Calculator. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good day.